I am just a few days away from going to pits this year. This will be my first time ever getting to go to pits. I have one issue though. Yeah, you see it. Does my car look like it's ready to go, guys? No, it does not. So we've been thrashing. We just finished up that 57 build. It's out of the garage now. My car's had to take a little bit of a back seat for a very important project, and it was worth it, but now it's came down to the wire and I've got to get this car done. So as you guys seen on that previous video, I had a paint failure when I tried to repaint this bumper from the car getting hit by the deer. I'll put both those video cards up here so you guys can go back and check out those videos. But so here it is. Today is actually Wednesday, and we leave Sunday for pits because next Friday and Saturday is the show. So we're going to be there all week. So what do we have, guys? I've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I've got 3 days to get my car together. It's filthy, it's nasty, it needs to be cleaned up, and it's going to be on display in the main event hall at our vendor booth. So I guess I got a lot of work to do. Going to take you guys along for the ride. I'm going to get busy right now. Let's get that bumper cover, get that paint, finish getting it all off there, get it sanded. We're going to get that thing painted and everything tonight. And then tomorrow, hopefully get this thing installed on the car, if it all goes right. I do have a backup plan, and it's a car that you guys have not seen yet on the channel. If I can't get this car done, I'm taking it. But as of right now, I plan on taking this one. Well, boys, I got my 320 on here. Angel actually already started on this a little bit for me. I've got to finish getting all the paint that, well, didn't have lift off, and get that all scuffed up, feathered out, get this thing ready for primer. I'm going to put you guys on a time lapse. Alright guys, so I got it all sanded down. I went from 320 to 400, got all that old paint off of it. It's ready to go. It looks good. Got everything taped up. Now I'm ready to apply some Bulldog on it. That's going to be an adhesion promoter. Then I'm going to go ahead and go with my primer. Then we're going to put our single stage on, then clear coat. It is Wednesday night. It is like 9 o'clock. I'm going to be here for a while, so probably not going to do a whole lot of recording, but I'll kind of catch you guys in between each step, and I'll show you real quick just what it looks like as I've got it ready to go. It looks like I'm going to have to finish this bumper up tomorrow. Had a couple of little issues. It was kind of weird, and I didn't film it, and you can't see it now with the second coat of primer on there, but it didn't seem like it was really wanting to, it just looked weird on that Bulldog, like I've not seen it before. I've seen some transparencies in there. I don't know. I let it dry real good and then come back and did a second coat. The second coat looks a whole lot better, but I do have a couple of sags, and I don't know, but it's totally fixable. I'll show you guys that here in just a second, and then we'll come out here tomorrow and I'll kind of sand this thing down, clean it back up, fix any of those sags, and then go ahead and get the single stage and then clear coat on it tomorrow. As I got up at the crack of dawn this next morning, I've been out here for about an hour and a half, just finished sanding the bumper. Hope it turns out okay. I really want to take the car to pits and enjoy. Heck, I haven't really got to enjoy my car for, gosh, over a year. So well, there's no turning back now. The paint's mixed up. I've got this single stage. It's a Nason urethane. It's what I originally painted the car in, so I'm just trying to replicate what I did originally. Hopefully it's going to match. We'll see that at the end of the video and at Ponies in the Smokies. I guess if it looks too bad, I just won't bring the car. But getting ready to spray this thing. If anybody wants to know, I'm going to be spraying with my Techno Pro Light. It's a 1.3 tip. With this single stage, you can kind of spray it like clear, but I usually kind of dial it back and I kind of go in between, like I'm spraying clear and base on pressure and paint volume. That way I can control it a little bit and you don't end up getting runs really easy, just like you can with clear coat. Okay, I've got some news. It's turning out amazing, actually, guys. I just got done putting the last coat of the single stage on there. And something to be mindful about single stage, a lot of guys think that single stage is junk paint, and it's not. Gosh, we think about the single stage they was putting on Fox Bodies back in the day, and it was awful. I mean, heck, that's what my car would have been painted with originally, was a single stage, but then no clear coat on top. A lot of guys, for show cars, even today, will do a single stage paint because you can really layer that stuff on and then wet sand it down and get a luster by cutting and buffing a single stage paint like no other. But the downside to single stage, it is freaking messy, guys. I'm telling you, it's like glue on the floor. I mean, and I didn't really have time to really prep a lot of stuff. I've just got plastic on the floor here, and good God, man, I'm gonna have to put, yeah, it just gets everywhere. It really does. It's kind of like clear, and clear gets everywhere too, but you don't see it because it's clear. But when it's red, yeah, you see it. Well, let's take a look at the bumper. That's pretty, ain't it? Now, right now, that is only right off the gun, single stage. But it will look just like this once we get the clear coat put on it. Big crap sticking to my feet. Good God, I can't even walk. So, what do I have to do next? Well, we need to put a couple coats of clear on here. And you don't just go and slap the clear on immediately like you normally would after a normal base coat. You want to get to what it's called tape slick. So, for example, where I've got tape on here, if I can take my finger, of course I know it's not going to now, and rub my finger across it, it's fairly slick. Now, you don't want to wait too long, but you know, you can wait several hours if you want. I'm trying to get this done, so I'm going to do it as quick as possible. Probably going to I've just turned the heater on over here. I'm probably going to let this thing sit for an hour or two, then come out here and check and see if it's tape slick. If it is, bam, we'll mix that clear coat and put that on there. First coat of clear down. Probably going to put 3 coats of clear on here. I'll go get these next 2 coats on here, then we'll wrap this thing up, guys. It's looking fantastic. I'm excited, but listen to this. Today's Thursday. We leave Sunday morning at 7 a.m. So that means I have to be loaded by Saturday. Of course, this thing, I'm not going to be able to put it on the car tomorrow. I need to let it sit for at least a couple of days. So Saturday, we'll be installing the bumper back on the car, loading everything up, loading the car up to get ready to roll out Sunday at 7 a.m. I guess that's what you call last minute. Well, boys, I'm happy with it. Hopefully it does not melt off like the last one did. If you want to check that video out, hit this card here. But hey, let's take a look at it. Of course, it's still wet. But man, it turned out good. Of course, I don't have any time to wet sand, cut, or buff. This is exactly how it's going to go on the car, looking just like this. Let's take a look. Well, boys, here we are Saturday, and it never fails. There's always something that comes up that you was not expecting. So got the bumper here ready to go, got it untaped, and it actually, guys, I mean, it looks fantastic. But I've had this Cobra insert sitting out under my lean-to outside, and well, let's just go take a look at it. So I don't know, a few months ago, as we were preparing for our granddaughter to be able to stay over here, the crib that my son stayed in, she wanted to paint it white. So I've got an actual, you know, regular paint sprayer, and I went out there under my lean-to, and I forgot that some of this stuff, including my OE headlights, were sitting out there, I guess, downwind of the paint. So I got overspray on my Cobra insert and all over my headlights. Now guys, I've already got my headlights. I basically polished those. Here's one right here. I got some polish on it, but I got all of the white overspray off of that. But as you can see here, you see all this on my Cobra insert, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's going to take me forever to buff that. But I said, well, let me try something. I just want to try it. Guys, here's a trick. And now, of course, this is like latex paint, so it's not a... But, you know, I could buff it off, but man, trying to get up in there, and you see some of my buffing stuff I already tried to start doing, and it was going to take forever. Well, here's the trick. So I've got lacquer thinner right here. I tested in a small area kind of on the top just to make sure it wouldn't be an issue. Put just a little bit on a paper towel. Let's see what it does. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So look, so all this right here, that is all freaking latex overspray on here. All right, so forgive my shop, guys. Things are a mess right here. Things have been crazy around here. So, all right, so you see right here, we got all this overspray. I'm gonna put just a little bit of lacquer thinner on just a paper towel, just a touch. Okay, watch how easy this comes off. What? Look at this. Guys, this is going to save me so much. And then I'll just take and go back and buff that. Look at that. So, I just want to share with you guys, I was like, oh God, thank God that I'm not going to have to try to buff or sand all that off and rebuff this insert. And today is Saturday. I don't have time to be messing with stuff like that. If you guys don't believe it's Saturday, I'm going to edit this video probably Monday or Tuesday because we leave tomorrow a.m. at 7. We leave tomorrow 7 a.m. So I'm going to edit this video while we are at Pigeon Forge, is where we're staying at. So if you guys don't believe me, we'll walk out here outside. Look, of course, you see my car, trying to get it all cleaned up. It's already loaded up. Look inside my car. Look. It is packed full. So let's go outside. I gotta show you. Whew, it is cold. It was 20 degrees here this morning. Almost got everything packed up in here. Here's my trailer. We got bins on the front of it. I still got to mount my tool. This is my brand new trailer. So guys, I needed to buy a new trailer. The one I had before that, it was an all steel trailer. It was a 18 footer, and I needed a 20 footer because we only had room to put one row of bins on the front and then the car. So by adding 2 more foot, it allows me to put 1 more row of bins for the shows. So I picked this up just very recently and hadn't had time to mess with it. So I still got to mount my box. I still got to finish mounting my spare tire. And I did this yesterday. I made a very crude so what I did was put a hinge on here, and I'll put a catch pin here, put a lock pin here. That won't come up. That way I can get out of the car, because these fenders are taller than my previous trailer and the door will not open on my car to fit. So I was I was like, either we got to put some wood under the tires or something. So I went ahead and just busted it out and got that done yesterday. Got out here, did some cutting, some fabbing, and some welding. Got it repainted back up, and God, I don't think we've ever been so busy in our lives. We probably chose a bad week to give that 57 to my father-in-law, but I'm glad we got that done too. But now it's just it's go time. So guys, we'll get back in here, get this stuff finished, ready. We'll get that bumper put on the car, get this thing loaded up today. I got to have everything done today, and I've been at it since 6 a.m. this morning. Also printing 5-0 Asylum t-shirts this morning, so getting that stuff ready to go for the show. So anyway, guys, a lot going on. Appreciate you sticking with me. Let's go get this bumper finished up. Well, boys, it's the next morning. I'm out here at 6:30 a.m. getting ready to get things wrapped up. As you can see, we actually got the bumper put on last night. It gave us some fits. We was out here at about 11 finishing, getting it put on. The paint match turned out great. I'm just real particular about the fitment of the bumper, so we took a little extra time getting that done. I still got some cleaning to do on my car. Did paint correction on the car yesterday. It looks great. Packing up my cleaning stuff. The car's still not clean. Wheels are still dirty. I'll clean it there. Let me show you guys the bumper, and then we'll wrap this thing up, and I'll see you at pits.